My brother spoke tersely, his arms crossed. Everything has been apportioned, he stated, without warmth. You weren't included for a reason. A smirk followed, one that I found particularly grating. And now, your wife is mine as well, he remarked, cruelly. The lawyer continued to scrutinize his papers, furrowing his brows. I'm sorry, he said softly, but the will explicitly states everything belongs to Daniel, with no other names mentioned. The room was filled with an oppressive silence. Not a sound broke it, not my brother or his wife, who once was mine, nor those who had chosen their allegiances. My father passed away 2 months ago. It was swift, pancreatic cancer, leaving us little time for farewells. In that hospital room, amidst the beeping machines and the smell of bleach and breath mints, he gripped my hand and said, "Tend to things, Daniel. Take care. You're the one I trust to manage things honestly." Raised as the youngest among 3 siblings, I was the reserved and well-behaved one. Unlike my brothers who caused trouble during Christmas or quarreled with mom in parking lots. I never anticipated being his choice over them, yet he did so, revealing why. Growing up, my eldest brother, James, was the model child. He had a chiseled jawline, excelled academically, quarterbacked, and could persuade even the devil himself. However, beneath that facade lay cruelty, cunning and manipulative cruelty. He often set us against each other, my middle sibling Eric and myself, only to feign innocence. For years after my college girlfriend, Melissa, and I parted ways, James married her without consulting me or considering my feelings. Neither he nor she asked for my consent. Although I claimed to have moved on, watching them portray a harmonious family in the house, where our father built everything with his own hands, caused deeper wounds than I ever acknowledged. A week following our father's funeral, I received a call from James. "Here's the situation," he began, all sweet talk. "We're handling the estate matters. You don't have to return. Things are under control here." This was the first sign of trouble. When I suggested involvement, he cut in, his tone now harsh. "Daniel, don't make this about you. We've got enough problems as it is." The second red flag came when Melissa phoned a few days later. She missed me and shared that things weren't going well with James. In a whisper, she said, "You're the only one who ever made me feel safe." I felt something inside me change, old emotions resurfacing. I should have ended it there. Instead, I listened. A week ago, I went quietly, without notice. The lawyer my father always used, Mr. Calhoun, agreed to meet me. "Your name isn't on any of the documents?" he asked, puzzled. "But your name is clearly on the revised will. It's notarized, dated 6 months before your father passed." This was when everything changed. I informed him that James had taken control, barred me from the house, claiming my father left it all to them, James and Eric. Calhoun's brow furrowed more intensely. "That's illegal and foolish," he remarked. He scheduled the gathering at the aged dwelling, the one James currently asserted as his own. Upon entering, James chuckled. "Behold," he said, "look who found a lawyer. You were never included in the scheme. We had already apportioned everything. You weren't extended an invitation for a reason." And then he focused on me, chillingly and cruelly, and declared, "I possess your wife now." Melissa looked away. I didn't yell, didn't sob, didn't even glance at Melissa. Instead, I faced the attorney and said, in a composed tone, "Recite the will." When he did, when he uttered my name, simply my name, and read the phrase "sole beneficiary," the atmosphere changed as swiftly as a collapsed suspension bridge. James rose, overturning his chair in the process. "This is nonsense," he snarled. "Dad would never." But he did, and he had. Melissa's complexion faded. I addressed them then and said, "You sought to obliterate me," but he was aware. He saw it all. Then I departed, leaving them seated in what once belonged to me, what, legally, still does. The ensuing week was filled with paperwork and stillness. James hadn't phoned, while Eric merely emailed a brief message of congratulations. "Looks like you triumphed." It was Melissa who appeared at my hotel doorstep unexpectedly. "I didn't realize," she admitted. "I assumed you had grown indifferent." I scrutinized her intently for an extended period. "You wed my brother, yet I believed you ceased to cherish me." "Indeed, I did," I lied. Tears welled in her eyes, but I remained unresponsive, neither comforting nor acknowledging her emotions. It wouldn't be all right, not immediately, at least. I retained the home, sold the vehicles, and gave away half of our furniture. I am not vengeful, but neither can I be foolish. My father saw something within me that they never recognized because I had not shouted loudly enough to frighten them. Melissa left a note under my hotel door 2 evenings ago. It read, "I never ceased loving you, but I am unworthy of you." She was accurate. On certain nights, I sit on the porch of my house, the one that is mine, and contemplate the essence of family, the price of love, and the secrets concealed by silence. They sought to cast me out, erase me from their lives. But blood does not determine kinship. Silence does not equate to submission.